Oops, sorry. This side always drags a little worse because it's on the side. I'm right-handed. And so when I pull that smooth line, I don't pull my skin taut, which would eliminate this problem, but then I can't hold this little mirror. And again, I'm only going into where the lashes stop. Now, if for some reason you did that and it has a real abrupt look, which you don't want that. Okay, I did a boo-boo, so now I've got to go higher. Sometimes you have to make a decision based on your boo-boos, and the reason is because trying to fix them, even if I used it really quickly right now, it's going to make it worse. And frankly, it'll take more time, and I'm not interested. But let's just say that that's a real strong stop there. Just use the very tip end to soften that, make it less of a little line. But then if you do that on that eye, you got to come and do it on this side too. Just a little bit. Yeah, this eye's always harder, y'all, and it's because this is getting longer and longer. That wasn't good. Okay, so now I've got a full-blown wing. I was trying to keep it a short wing. I've got to go get some brown liner, liquid liner, and I think that will look really prettier in most cases. All right, so now we're going to blend. Blendy blend. Unless you have a really, like, edgy look you want to do, brown's going to be prettier for lining than black. All right, just a little blend through there, not too much. You don't want to mix these colors. You just want to get rid of the line. So right here, you want to come right in front of the brow, so there's a line right there, and then right over there in the transition area, just enough to just get rid of the line. I don't want to blend those colors together too much, or they'll get very muddy looking. It's already muddy colored. All right, and I'm just flicking off any fallout with a dual fiber brush. Right on the sides of the nose, you'll find them, and right under the eye, top of the cheek. Also, just notice this is not well blended under here, but I'm sweating. Don't ever blend when you're sweating. It'll start catching. So just get a tissue. That's one good use of a tissue in makeup. And just blot. And that alone may take off some of the, don't blot the same place, so you may put it right back on. Just because I'm sweating. Let's see if that helped. I do. I think that helped. Always remember to go back to these wrinkles, the little, I call them pimento cheese wrinkles, because my mom used to always have pimento cheese in there when she was eating a pimento cheese sandwich. This wrinkle is very dominant and heavy, and it will collect things, and it collects makeup. So stick your tongue in it, and just rub across it and get rid of any excess makeup. You don't want it to be heavily made up. You want it to disappear. Okay, so that's that. We're done with our eyeshadow, and now I want to do a little bit of a brow. Where's the brow product? Is that a brow product? That's kind of dark. It's a dark one. Oh well, we'll use it. Why not? Always reinforce the underside first. See, that's super dark. It's almost like black on me. Yeah, we're going to have to use that little spoolie for sure. Using very little of this because it's so dark. And we'll have to smooth that out with the spoolie. What do I mean by that? When you take your spoolie, you're literally going to brush through this. Only on the bottom. Don't brush all the way through. Just brush up like that. To brush through and get that line kind of dissipated. And then on this end where there's nothing but a line, just go straight through it like that. And that just kind of gets rid of a little of it. And then brush it back up. And then brush to the front. Usually if you brush to the front, anything that you got off from here will help kind of fill this in. But if you feel like it still needs a little, like you've got dark color here and no color up front, you don't want dark color up front. But you can have at least lightly through here just to pick up some color. That same color. You can do that. And then again, brush through it so you don't have any lines. All you're doing is smudging the lines so they don't look like lines. Okay, so see, that's just a little more polished, real looking than this. Just, again, reinforce. Don't draw, but just slightly drag underneath. See how that just made a nice little arc and a point. From the end of the point with your eye, go up to where it stops and come down to that. This side is a lot more work because it's lower and I have more missing lashes from over here. I mean, eyebrow hairs. And so it's just harder work to fill this. And with a color this dark, it's even harder because I don't want to overdo the color itself. Oh, that one's higher now. That's so funny because usually it's the low one. Now, do you see how I made little lines? That's the lines we're going to blur. And again, we're going to have to go through that a little bit. I think that's enough. Okay, yeah, you don't want to overdo this color. It's so dark. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to go back through and brush this through a little more. And again, if you have crumb fall out, just knock it off with the tip. Because little crumbs will come out. Remember, don't brush all the way through or you'll hit the top of your brow and you'll have little brush lines there. Just brush the base and it'll and the tip end, you can do that. But then brush back up again. Slowly if necessary to make sure you're getting the right area. There. Is it the same? I don't know. It's about the same. Okay, so now my brows are done. Let the hairs come back down over them a little, which kind of dissipates any lines as well. I thought something funny was going on. This just came right out. I don't know if this twists, how this stays in there. Glue? I don't know. That one may be done. We do have to replace tools from time to time, don't we? Okay, we are now going to, even though I already have mascara on my lashes, which you would never want to do this, but I want to add some, so I'm going to have to use a little short eyelash curler, which is my Chanel one. Just to the tip ends, just see how it's sticking because of the mascara. This is a really bad idea, actually. But I want to, so I am. Oh my goodness! I'm falling off my chair, y'all. Alright, that's enough. And be very careful when you pull it off because you've got sticky, waxy mascara and you might pull your lashes out. Just barely kind of crimping the ends is what I'm doing just to make them go up. And for this, I will need a makeup wipe. What a waste of a makeup wipe to just do that, but you got to do it. You got to get the mascara back off the wand. Or the next time you use that and you're not thinking and you're not as careful, it will pull all your eyelashes out. So I'm just literally kind of opening that and clamping between, like, and going up and through that little open channel right through there. I'm literally putting my fingers through it like that with the wipe so that it, look how much it's getting off, y'all. Bad girl, bad girl. And look how good it works. Gets off even waterproof mascara, it says, and it does. Make sure, look at the front, make sure you got all the mascara off. Both the rubber cushion and the metal. All the way, everything. And then because this does leave a tad of residue because it's makeup remover, use your towel and wipe that off good. That is clean. That was squeaky clean. Did y'all hear that? It went squeaky clean. I do love having my little makeup towel right here. And I do kind of like that it says makeup. But I have other ones, gray ones, black ones. They're just, no white ones. Because all my white towels, I do keep only white towels in our bathroom so we can bleach them, make sure we get everything out of them. But, yeah. You know what I never did? Did I? Yeah, I did blend. Okay, so now I'm just going to touch up my mascara with waterproof mascara again. And I'm using the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express in black waterproof. I'm not going to use so much that little curly tip that comes off the end. I am going to tip them, but just not much product because they already have mascara on them and they've been through an eyelash curler. There we go. Just coming through. That's so funny. I don't know if y'all can see that. Eyelash came off and it looks so long and pretty, but it's an eyelash. Gotta take it. Alright. Going very, very slow so I can make sure that I get any goops, clumps off. Yeah, this too thin. Well, you know what I didn't do? I didn't use any. Y'all, I'm doing everything so backwards today. When you do things backwards, there is a reason for the order that you do makeup. When you do it backwards, it's so much harder because you're too far along to do some things. And so this is just taking so much longer than it needed to, and it's because I actually did it backwards. Whereas if you do it, you know, starting from the most base of everything to the most finishing touches of everything, which, you know, that's kind of subjective, but for me, mascara is the last thing. It's the finishing touch. So to be adding it again was not wise. But again, the reason I did it was I had a fuzz earlier and I used the mascara wand to get the fuzz out of my eye. Because I knew if I ran it through the lashes, it would be sticky enough to grab that fuzz, and it worked. It was driving me crazy. And I didn't have just a regular, clean, dry spoolie handy. Spoolie brush. So I just used my mascara wand that I had in the bathroom, and that was probably not a great idea. It wasn't terrible either, so this took me a little bit longer. And it made me forget to put on. Now, some people like the look of this white against the white of the eye. They think it makes you